It's the unexplained girlfriend spooky story. So basically,
Unexplained girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay then.
So basically, it's about this guy and his girlfriend. They moved to New York. Like they're just like, oh fuck it, let's just move to New York.
Okay.
And they had.
Wait, what do you mean? Fuck it, let's move. Were they from the UK?
No, they were from like America, but they were like far from New York. They were like from
okay.
obviously I don't really know America, but I'm just gonna say Alabama, someone like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
This is a real story, yeah.
Yeah, this is a real story.
Oh, okay.
Like so basically like.
Where'd you wait? Before you say it, where'd you know this from?
I know this from some it's a podcast that I listen to.
Oh, okay.
Called Happy Hour. So basically, the boyfriend's like kind of explaining to like how it kind of feels like a new relationship because they're going to different places, like they're going to new bars and like new restaurants where they haven't really gone to in the past.
Yeah.
Because obviously New York's kind of like London, where it's just like they've got everything, like kind of all different bars.
Yeah.
So they go to this dive bar. I don't know what that means. It might be an American thing.
Dive bar?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
And the bar's called Dive Bar 75.
Oh, okay.
But they both go straight from work. So they don't go home to get ready. They both go straight from work.
Yeah.
And the reason's because they're meeting their friends who've just got engaged. So they
yeah.
can't meet them in the daytime because they're working. So they're like, we will meet you later and we'll go for a drink or so.
Yeah.
So they're there for about an hour and a half, 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
And like they're a bit they're not fully drunk, but they're a bit tipsy. So they're like, I kind of want to go home and just chill now. I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
So they both left the bar and they walked home because they just wanted to like chill and just be together walking home. They didn't want to get a taxi or whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy is saying how they sober up and on the walk home because it's like about half an hour walk. So they like sober up.
Mm.
And then they get to their house. So they live in like a paying block of flats, like an apartment.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the door's like you have to put a code into the door to like get in. And then when you get to your flat, you have a key to open the door. And they both go straight into their house. They're both really tired, but the boyfriend wants to like have a shower and then go to bed because obviously he's been at work all day and he wants to just get into some plain clothes and just go to bed.
Yeah.
So he gets out the shower and like he just sees his girlfriend like in the bed, like she's just fully gone to sleep, just crashed out like in bed.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't really want to go to bed yet. So he gets himself some food and puts an episode of The American Office, and then he just falls asleep by himself. He just falls asleep, like, crashes out. But this is when it starts getting a bit like fucked up at this point.
Okay.
So like he wakes up and he thinks it's the morning and the girlfriend isn't there, but like this isn't that random because she works all kind of weird hours. Yeah. So he's like, it's not really that deep, like she's obviously gone to work. So like he went outside to the front of his house, like the Porsche area, to have a fag. And like he could start hearing like these hills, like when girls walk in hills, he could start hearing.
Just hear that click clap.
Yeah, click clap. And he's like, that's a bit weird, like why? But he turns around and like he sees his girlfriend like walking towards him, like, and she's like her face, like you can tell like she's really really pissed off. He's like, alright, this is a bit weird.
Okay, I'll be like, alright.
So she's walking up to him like really like weirdly with a really angry face on.
Yeah. But
like weirdly, she hasn't got her work clothes on. So like obviously she hasn't gone to work because she hasn't got any work clothes on.
But she was meant to be at work, isn't it?
But that's what the guy thought. The guy just thought she was working.
Oh shit. But
weirdly, like she has going out clothes on, but they're not the going out clothes she had on yesterday. So like he thought he woke up early in the morning, but he checked the time and it was 12 a.m. So like this kind of explains that the girl could have been doing loads of other things, like she could have been doing weird things.
Yeah.
So like
she comes up. What are you doing?
She comes up to this guy like all dressed in black, and he says to her, "Oh hi babe, are you right?" And she just randomly starts like randomly pushing him in the face, saying, "Fuck you, fucking arsehole, you fucking pig." And then he's thinking to himself, "What the fuck is going on?"
Wait, where are they at this point?
They're at their house. They're like he's in front.
So she's screaming at some random guy.
No, she's screaming to the boyfriend, "Oh you fucking pig, you fucking arsehole." So he's thinking to himself, like, what the fuck is going on, like, at this point?
Yeah.
So, like, the girlfriend storms upstairs to the flat, and all these things are going around in his head, like, did I do anything last night? Like, I don't know why she's acting like this. I don't know. Has she seen a message in my phone and, like, kind of misunderstand what it said?
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't cheated. Like, he said, like, oh, I've never cheated in my life. I'll never ever cheat in my life. And he's saying, like, I might have been, like, a bit fucked, but, like, I remember everything. Like, I remember every single little detail as to what happened that night. So,
Wait.
yeah. So he's like, nah, something's up here. But then she starts, like, just packing up all of her clothes. Bear in mind, they've only been in, like, this new place for, like, 2 weeks. So, like, this is, like, a big stage in their relationship. Like, they moved to a new state.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, the guy could be thinking about asking her to marry her. But she just starts picking up all of her clothes. And this guy keeps asking his girl, like, what's wrong? Why are you acting like this? But she won't tell him, like, what's going on. Like, she won't tell him why she's acting like this. And at this point, like, he starts
that's a bit weird.
At this point, like, he starts getting pissed off because obviously you want to know what you've done. Like, if someone's saying, "Oh, you fucking arsehole,"
I'll be like, "Why are you shouting at me but not saying what I've done?"
You want to know why, like, what you done. And then the girl starts becoming violent. Like, she starts throwing plates at him and, like, narrowly missing him. And, like, she's never ever been violent to him or, like, shown a violent side. So, like, when she's been out, so, like,
that's weird. Then
he's thinking, like, oh, this is bad, like, what? This is weird, man. Like, what is going on? Like, why is she acting like this?
Yeah.
So, and then she just storms out the house after, like, throwing plates to him. And then, like, in New York, she, like, hollers, like, she calls for a cab. So, like, you can do, like, cabs are everywhere in New York.
Yeah. And
she just gets in the cab. And, like, the guy's like, oh, please, babe, like, please, like, we can talk this out, like, we can get through this. And the girl's like, no, I don't want nothing, like, I'm done with you.
I'd be shook if this is my girl. I'd be like, what did I do? Just tell me.
He's like, oh, please, babe, like, please, give me one more chance and, like, tell me what I did that was so wrong. But she just leaves him stranded in the street, and, like, the poor guy is heartbroken, and he hasn't got a clue, like, what is going on.
Yeah.
But then, like, this is when it gets really, really...
Right, then.
I've got to have a drink for this, but this is when he gets really, like, really, really fucked up.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, like, she's gone off in the cab, but all of a sudden, like, he feels these two arms around, like, his torso, and he's like, who the fuck is grabbing me by my torso?
Wait, he just randomly feels it?
Yeah, he just feels it. Shit. He's just, like, watching the cab drive away, but then, like, he feels it, so he turns around, and he sees girlfriend cuddling him in her work clothes as well. But bear in mind...
Wait. What?
Yeah. So the girl that was left him was in going out clothes. But now he's saying his girlfriend, who's, like, cuddling him, is in work clothes. So,
wait,
like, at this point, he's thinking, am I going mental or did it really happen? Like, he's thinking, did someone spike my drink? Am I on drugs or whatever? Am I having, like, just random? Am I just seeing things? She's thinking, why is my guy acting like this?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, where the fuck have you been? Like, I just saw you and you just left me. And the girl just comes and says, yeah, nah, babe, I just went into work and popped to the office to get some coffee. Like,
okay.
She's like, fuck? Why are you acting so stressed out?
This girl's acting booky, bro.
She's like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like this? And he explains to the girlfriend, like, what has just happened and, like, everything that he's seen. And the girlfriend reacts by saying, nah, you're having me on as a joke. This is a wind up.
Yeah.
So the guy like takes her up to the stairs and she explained to her that the flat's in a mess, like this, you've just, like, smashed everything. And at this point, while the guy's taking her up to the flat, he's starting to think to myself, wait, did this just happen? Or, like, this is really weird. But, like, they go into the flat and it's exactly like how he saw it, like, everything's, like, messed up. And the girlfriend's pissed off because she's asking, where are all my clothes? Where are all my clothes? And the guy's like, babe, like, you was in front of me. I saw you take all my clothes. And then you just stormed out the house. Like, you were literally here taking your clothes, sorry. And you just got in the cab and drove off. And then he remembered that he's got CCTV.
Yeah.
So he's like, look, I'll show you the CCTV. Like, I'll show you what's happened.
Oh, calm, man. That comes in handy.
And then they go into the CCTV, like, area and look at it, but it's got, like, a fisheye lens, so that means basically there's, like,
isn't it like
it's like you can see two people, but you can't, like, make out any of the features. Okay. So, like, you could see me and you in the flat, but you couldn't make out that it was us because you can't really see the features on our face or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you could see, like, this woman just smashed the flat up, but then he clocked but then he clocks, because this could have been like her just like pissed off and stuff, but then he clocks like, or it could have just been like a complete stranger. Sorry, I got confused there.
Yeah.
He's thinking it must just be a complete mental stranger, but then he clocks that like she had to put the code in to get the entry into the flats.
Oh shit!
And she had to,
okay.
she would have had to have a front key to gain entry into the flat as well.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the whole story. Other than like just saying it's internet scary stories bollocks, what are your thoughts on this? Some theories are just saying that it's just an evil twin, and like she wants to ruin their relationship. That's just what some of the theories are saying.
I mean, because obviously I've never heard of that story. Like, it's the first time you've told me about it, and I've heard of it. But it's just, it's weird.
Yeah,
I've got no explanation for it. I mean, because I know there's an evil twin, bruv.
Yeah, that's what
an evil twin. Surely he'd know about it though. He'd know she has a twin.
Maybe,
Or
I don't know, because they're saying that the twins could have been split at birth, and like she could have found her.
And like this is a true story. Did the guy make it up?
No, it's a true story. Like he fully just like wrote it down on like one of them YouTube channels that you put your scary stories into.
That's weird, bruv.
Yeah,
I don't
really have any explanations to it.
That's fucked. It's mad. It's one of them things where you just you listen to it, you don't know the answer to it. I mean, I know if that was my guy, I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah.
Do you know if he's still with the girl today? Or
No, they broke up. They broke up.
Yeah, what, is it because of that, or was it another reason?
I just think it was just another reason. I just feel like it wasn't, how relationships just fry out. I don't know if that's correct term, but
I know what you mean, bro. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because could be. I know there'd be crazy people out there think it's like some clone or something.
Yeah.
I mean, when you were watching the podcast, what did they try and come up with a conclusion? What did they think?
Well, one of the guys said it was like an evil twin. Some people were just saying it was just like a lunatic, like just like a psycho, just trying to. That had been stalking him in the past, and finally.
But just the
did
fact
the move.
that I don't know, just like a lunatic that looks exactly like her. That's a bit of a coincidence. Like and just randomly saying to them, "Oh, fuck you," just randomly. To listen to the full podcast where me and my mate just get way too high and way too drunk, having conversations so deep and random we feel we just have to share. The link is in the description, go check that out right now. If you like being nosy and listening in to our conversations about interesting theories, funny memories or random controversial topics, come chill with us man, spark your zoo, drink your pint and subscribe.